Let's go to chapter 1116 of One Piece, complete and narrated after the intro. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and before we get into the content of this video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you won't miss any new videos here on the channel. And well, without further ado, let's get to the video. One Piece chapter 1116 is titled Discord. Cover story. Substitute Pilgrimage of Oni Child Yamato's Golden Harvest, Volverse 6. On the cover of the chapter, we see Yamato in the flower capital, receiving a bento from Suru, Kinemon's wife. Text. Received medicines and dango from Otsuru. Beginning. Note of the chapter. The shocking news is very hard to accept. The chapter starts with what seems to be citizens protesting against Vegapunk's words. Citizens say the weapons that sunk the world are still around. The war from 800 years ago is still happening. Where? No one from that time should be alive. Why is a war that no one knows about still continuing? Vegapunk. As Vegapunk continues to speak, we see Imu-sama in the room of flowers. He looks at a huge picture of a woman, probably Lily. After looking at it, we see Imu-sama just walking. He does all of this without saying a word. In the last panel of the page, we see those terrifying eyes of Imu again, as the scene shifts to Alabasta. Page 3, we see Igaram from Alabasta and Kuru, both crying. Igaram is looking at a picture of Vivi, who looks a lot like the woman in the picture Imu was looking at. Then we see the funeral of King Cobra. Pell and Chaka attend the funeral while listening to the scientist's words. Vegapunk says, "I have to gravely apologize, but I want all of you to know this. I wanted to create an energy source that would be the cornerstone of the world's advancement. It's still imperfect, but..." Double page 4 and 5. Vegapunk. Mother Flame has finally reached the practical application stage. It's an energy that will definitely make the livelihood of all countries in the world abundant someday. Note, written in kanji as Doryoku, which reads as energy or power source. As we see the Mother Flame once again, Vegapunk continues. But one day, a piece of that flame was stolen. I take full responsibility for it. Some Marines say, the Cypher Paul agents are in the center of the island? It's impossible to get close. The flames are widely spreading. We now see Stussy and Edison. Stussy says, the island is shaking terribly. Did something happen, Edison? Edison says, I got scared too. This is all too chaotic. The Seraphim and the Cypher Paul agents all fell down. We're in a pickle. The Straw Hat crew can't go down to the island clouds anymore. Page 6. Stussy says, fell down? What do you mean? Edison says another dangerous Gorosei is heading over there. I'm begging you, Stussy, please get out of there. Stussy then says, is it alright if I set Kaku free? Edison says, what? Stussy says, they may be punished later. They won't be chasing the Straw Hat crew. Plus, I think I know what his next move will be. Edison then says, understood, Stussy. Sorry for putting you in this painful position. They're your friends, aren't they? Sorry for making you betray them. But you still saved us, and either of those feelings are true. That discord in emotions you feel is proof that you are human, Stussy. Do what you want, but please, survive at all costs. Stussy concludes. Okay. Vegapunk says, 2 weeks after the flame was stolen, a bright light bathed the skies in the direction of the Lulusia kingdom. I received reports that the kingdom vanished without a trace. Meanwhile, in Kamabaka, we see some revolutionaries. The milkmaid woman who was saved by Sabo, Moda, says, Lulusia. Vegapunk continues. Furthermore, after the incident, a worldwide omen was observed. As a scientist, I take pride in it as an invention, but we see Vice Admiral Kommel, so that was the result of an ancient weapon? Moda, crying, says, someone destroyed Lulusia. Vegapunk continues. That massive energy was the result of none other than the Mother Flame. We see King Elisabelo II saying, the Lulusia kingdom has vanished. The king's attendant says, we haven't received any information about this. King Elisabelo II says, confirm this at once. Dagama says, yes, sire. Trivia, Komil is the vice admiral who first appeared in Ace's Search for Blackbeard cover story. He is the commander of the Marine G2 base, which is near the Lulusia Kingdom, Moda's hometown, who also appeared in Ace's cover story. Page 9. We see Vegapunk bowing his head to the ground as an apology. The scientist says, the flame that I created powered an ancient weapon. Vegapunk continues, I have no idea who executed this act, but the result is evident. I am completely complicit in the genocide of many lives. I feel heavy responsibility for it. I am very sorry. This is irrefutable proof that the man-made disaster that sunk the world in the past can now be carried out. We see the citizens of Baltimore saying, Vegapunk, it's not your fault. Momonosuke, scared, says, what? Then the Pluton is, Kinemon, with his finger to his mouth, says, shh, speak more quietly. Otama, not understanding anything, also appears in the panel eating a skewer. Vegapunk says, there existed 3 ancient weapons in the past. As Vegapunk continues speaking, we see Crocodile, who must be very interested in this part of the conversation. Page 10. Vegapunk continues, Joy Boy wanted the future generations to inherit these weapons. Why? Haven't they sunk enough lands already? Who is truly evil and who are the righteous here? The day this question will fully disclose everything is approaching. As Vegapunk says this, we see Shirahoshi, who is listening to everything. We see Sengoku eating Okaki quickly, looking quite annoyed. Vice Admiral Tsuru says, you'll choke eating like that, idiot. Vegapunk continues, I am warning you all of the feelings of fear that will come with the sinking world. The Void Century still has many mysteries, but there is a group that knows all of its entirety. Page 11. We see the new Marineford. Akainu, very furious, says, so you intend to talk about everything, Vegapunk. Vegapunk continues, they are the crew of the Pirate King. We see Crocus and Laboon. We see some Marines who are shocked by this part of the revelation. What? Pirates. Why? Citizens say, how did pirates come to know the secrets of the world? That's too dangerous. We see York saying, wait a minute, this is strange, Stella. How did you know that I stole the Mother Flame? No one should know that I've cut off my synchronization. I know you're bad at lying and acting. So you were truly surprised back then. We see a small flashback of when Vegapunk discovered the traitor, York. Vegapunk. York? So this was all you're doing? Back to York saying, you even got the information about Luluzia. How did you observe that? What does this mean? When? The chronological order doesn't match. You also knew of the government's actions? But in that case, I'm mistaken. You wouldn't do something stupid like hiding the transmission transponder snail. Note, we see that Jupiter is absorbing the Cypher Paul agents who fell with Nushiru's attack. Yes, he is swallowing all of them. York says, Gorosei. I now know where the transmission transponder snail is. We see San Saturn, V Nushiru, and San Marcus Mars, who says, are you certain of it? York says, I'm certain. I'm a Vegapunk too. The transmission transponder snail is being protected by the Iron Giant in the Fabrio phase. We then see the giant robot while it walks. The Marines attacking it say nothing's working on it. Vegapunk says, they who know the entirety of history, why did they vanish without telling anyone anything? Why didn't they take action? In Sabaudi, we see Shaki beating up a pirate and Rayleigh, who is lying drunk. Shaki says, you're drinking too much. Now, this is a rare sight. You're completely wasted. Drunk, Rayleigh hick, I am but an old geezer now. And you've said too much already, Vegapunk. Old geezers shouldn't talk this much. You shouldn't take the fun from these youngsters. Right? Ren note. The one who knows the truth simply laughs. End of the chapter. Unfortunately, break next week. And this was the complete and narrated chapter 1116 of One Piece. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. See you next time, and thanks.